In this video, we will discuss about revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. When addition of partner is done, so one more thing which is have to be followed is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Means value of the assets is recalculated, revalued. Similarly, liabilities are also reassessed. Means what is the actual amount of liability it is find out, and what is the actual asset value of asset, and this is also find out at the time of admission of a partner. In case when this revaluation of assets and liabilities is done, so some assets value may increase and some assets value may decrease. Similarly, some liabilities may also increase or some liabilities may also decrease. So in order to record the increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities, a new account is prepared also, which is known as a revaluation account. A new account is prepared which is known as revaluation account. Revaluation account is a nominal account also. As you know, this is debit side, left hand side, and this is credit side. Revaluation account is a nominal account, and rule for nominal account you are knowing very well. Debit expenses and losses, credit income and gain. Means for increase, for losses we have to write on the debit side, for gain we have to write on the credit side. Now we will be discussing how to pass journal entry as well as how to record those journal entries into the books of account, that is how to prepare revaluation account as well. Now let us consider first example. Suppose value of furniture is depreciated by rupees 1000. Suppose value of furniture is depreciated by 1000 means 1000 there is depreciation or decrease in the value of furniture by rupees 1000. Since furniture is an asset, so when asset decreases it is credited, when asset increases it is debited. And when the value of furniture is decreasing, there is decrease in the value of asset, then it is a loss for us, and thus for this loss we have to debit revaluation account. Entry will be revaluation account debited to, and the credit will be the furniture because there is decrease in the value of furniture. Since furniture is an asset, and if asset decreases it is credited, asset increases it is debited. Here furniture is decreasing, the value of furniture is decreasing, so furniture will be credited. Amount will be 1000. Revaluation account is a nominal account. For expenses and losses it will be debited. So if value of asset is decreasing it is a loss for us, so revaluation account will be debited. Now how we will record this entry? In the means posting will be done the revaluation account. Since revaluation account is debited, on the debit side of revaluation account we will be writing to furniture 1000. To furniture account 1000. Now next. Value of furniture is, suppose it may be given in the form of percentage also. Value of furniture is depreciated by 10%, and suppose furniture appear in the balance sheet. Furniture appears in the balance sheet. Appears in the balance sheet. In short I am adding B/S. and rupees 7,000. Suppose furniture appear in the balance sheet at rupees 7,000 and is to be value of furniture is to be depreciated by 10%. So 10% of 7,000 will be 700. So they are going to decrease in the value of furniture by 700. For this, the journal entry will be again revaluation account will be debited because it is a loss for us because value of asset is decreasing. For this, revaluation account will be debited by rupees 700 and furniture account will be credited with rupees 700. Since furniture is an asset and for decrease of asset, it is to be credited and revaluation account is debited with 700 because this is a loss for us when the value of furniture or when value of asset is decreasing. So on the debit side of revaluation account, we will be writing to furniture 700. In this case, to furniture 700 we will be writing. Furniture 700. Now let's take some other examples. Suppose value of furniture is depreciated to rupees 6,000 is given in the question. In the question, suppose it is given value of furniture is depreciated to rupees 6,000 and book value means the value which appears in the balance sheet. Book value of furniture is rupees suppose 7,000. So if the book value of furniture is 7,000 and the new value, the value of furniture is depreciated to 6,000 and new value of the furniture is 6,000. So again here what does it mean? There is a decrease of 1,000 in the value of asset. The book value is 7,000 and it is depreciated to 6,000. So there is a decrease in the value of asset by 1,000. Here again, since it is a decrease in value of asset, so again it is a loss for us and for loss, the valuation account is debited with 1,000. Since 1,000 is a loss, for this the valuation account will be debited with rupees 1,000 and furniture account will be credited with 1,000. Posting of this journal entry in the revaluation account will be done. Revaluation account will be debited. So on the debit side we will be writing to furniture 1,000. To furniture account 1,000. This will be the posting of the journal entry into the revaluation account. Now, next transaction. Let's assume debtors appear in the balance sheet. Debtors are 8,000. In the question it is given that debtors of 800 are proved bad. Debtors appear in the balance sheet is 8,000 and debtors of 800 are proved bad. Means this 800 amount from the debtors is irrecoverable. Means that this 800 amount we cannot recover from the debtors. So this is a loss. 800 is a loss for us because this 800 amount from debtors we cannot realize. Again, this debtor is asset. So there is a decrease in the value of asset. For this, revaluation account will be debited because it is a loss for us, and for losses revaluation account is to be debited. Revaluation account debit 800 and value of debtor is an asset. If asset decreases, it is to be credited. Here debtor is decreasing, so debtors will be credited with rupees 800. For this revaluation account debit to debtors account. In the revaluation account we will be writing on the debit side, revaluation account we will be writing to debtors on the debit side of revaluation account. 800 will be writing on the debit side of revaluation account as to debtors 800. Now let's see other transactions also some. Creditors. Creditors are suppose rupees 8,000. It is given in the adjustment that creditors include a liability of rupees 500 which is not likely to arise. What does it mean? Creditors appear in the balance sheet 8,000. Suppose this is the creditors which is appearing in the balance sheet. And creditors include a liability. Creditors are liabilities also. This also include a liability of this 500 which is not likely to arise. Means this 500 is not likely to arise. It means this 500 rupees we do not have to pay. Creditors or liability we have to pay the liability. So this liability of 500 is not going to arise. Means we do not have to pay this 500. So if we do not have to pay this 500, so it is an income for us. It is an income for us. Means there is a decrease in the liability. There was earlier liability was 8,000. Out of this 500, we do not have to pay 500. This means we have to pay only 7,500 we have to pay. So there is decrease in liability. And the rule for liabilities is what? Rules for liability, as you know, for increase in liability it is credited, for decrease it is debited. Since here the liability is decreasing, so creditor is the liability, it is decreasing, so for this creditor will be debited with rupees 500. And this decrease in liability is income for us because we do not have to pay 500 rupees. So it is income for us, and for this income, for income and gain, it is credited. So revaluation account will be credited with rupees 500 for decrease in the liabilities because it is an income for us. Revaluation account 500. So here revaluation account is being credited because it is an income for us. So on the credit side of revaluation account, we will be writing by creditors 500. By creditors 500. In this way, various assets and liabilities are assessed. Revaluation of assets is done and revaluation of liabilities is done. And depending upon increase or decrease in the value of asset, it is to be debited or credited. In short, we can say for assets, if asset increases, then credit revaluation account because it is the income for us. If asset increases, up arrow is for increase. If asset increases, it is to be credited to revaluation account because this is the income for us. Similarly, if liability decreases, then again it is an income for us for decrease in liability. If liability decreases, then it is the income for us. For this also account have to be credited and revalued, and it will be transferred to revaluation account on the credit side. If there is decrease in liability, it is to be credited to revaluation account. Similarly, opposite will happen and vice versa. For if asset is decreasing, if asset decreases, it is debited to revaluation account. And for liabilities, if liability increases, it will be debited to revaluation account. and the balance of this revaluation account will be transferred to the partner's capital account. Balance of this revaluation account is transferred to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. I am assuming this is the complete revaluation account. There is no further revaluation of assets and reassessments of liabilities has been done. Now see, total the debit side, whatever side is more you total this 1000 plus 700 plus 800. It will come to 3,500. Total of debit side is 3,500. So debit side is this is all loss for us. 3,000 is a loss for us. Income on the credit side there is only 500. So loss is of rupees 500. Income is only of 500. Overall, there is a balance of 300 is left in the revaluation account, that is loss. Loss of 300 is there. So this loss will be transferred to the old partner's capital account in the old profit sharing ratio. Means here we will be writing here by old partner's capital account. Old partner's capital account. 3,000 will be transferred to the old partner's capital account in their profit sharing ratio. It will be transferred. This is the revaluation account. Here you can write amount and rupees, here particulars. Here particulars and amount in rupees. Amount, particulars you can write in full. This is all about revaluation account.